consistent. Made up my mind that no matter what, I gotta win. That's why it's always me and never them. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot.
There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48. Built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
First play of the drive. Excellent run. Just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another first down.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. They really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And some space here. Touchdown, Packers. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a first down. The slot man in motion right. Now the former fourth-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, this defense for the Packers, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
In motion comes the tight end left.
And here we go on fourth down. Fields.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
Hey, 626 and 30.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Able to find Lazard. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Rodgers will try again on second down.
They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted.
And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From the 10. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. but I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
72 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
The Packers at 1-0 on the year following the win in week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
And just one tick to go, so this will obviously be the final play of this first quarter.
Hey, take 26, take 30. Back north.
On 2nd and 10, Rodgers got a man. That's Lazard. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 34-yard line. 7-7, our score after 1. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 34.
26. Inside. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
To throw is Rodgers.
Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
Hey, 88, 88.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. This is Lazard with a catch out left. Now Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Aaron Jones.
His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Packers have taken the lead.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it. But I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up, and they gave the touchdown that was just given up.
No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, first down. This offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Balaj. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter. 14-7. Second and 10. They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Fields. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 42. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And Fields going to have the 1st down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
This is caught. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field. And just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Now here's Fields on the sneak. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now here's Fields on the sneak. And I don't think he got in. The big bodies up front held him at the 1. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now here's Fields on the sneak. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They'll try and run with Balaj. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Kalen Balaj as the 1st half is winding down. And the Bears have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll wind up losing 11 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Fields this way up at the 17. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Slot man moves right. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up second down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. To throw again on second down. Rodgers. Pass to Lazard, bringing it in on the crossing route. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
26.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers. That's going to be caught. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 25 yards that time. It's been all passing all the time on this drive. 5 for 5, and now first and goal.
Feels like a case of until they stop us, we might as well keep running the offense that we like to run. Don't change up and do something different just because you think you need to.
Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on first down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Second and goal from the 1. Rodgers throwing quickly out wide. Touchdown! Christian Watson. His second touchdown on the season. And the Packers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And he is going to lose yardage here. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Considering they've seen him have some big gains against them throughout this game, that's got to feel like a measure of revenge as they trap him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They snap it to Fields. Oh, into a sea of defenders, had intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Now Crosby for the point after. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Fields. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. The slot man in motion right. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
This down to about the 30, 31-yard line. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now it's Fields.
And he's got it. Touchdown Bears. Cole Kmet from 19 yards away. And the Bears have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Santos with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw complete here on target to Tunyon.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Rodgers. That's complete right side to Lazard. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Working with a lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
26. Come on. Hey, 26.
Here's Rodgers. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. This down only to about the 46. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd down. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long, and you know this is the time of game where these drives really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Back to throw, Fields. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off by Jair Alexander.
And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. They'll pitch it out to Jones. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, and this will remain a 1-touchdown game. Things just got interesting. They tried for the long field goal there to salt this one away. They don't get it, and now a little time for the other guys to mount a late drive.
Well, they thought their kicker would put it through the post and finish this one off. I'm sure they discussed pooch punting it and letting their defense take over. Well, the defense now has to make it stand up, but they didn't get the best field position because the ball comes back to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Slot man moves right. Here's Fields. They'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equinemius St. Brown. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They run it with Balaj. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down. They'll run here with Balaj. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Now Fields. Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. The slot man in motion right. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers have just about sewn up this football game. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this.
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and this is picked up by the Bears. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game, but they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. All eyes on Fields. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime. So now this will be, in all likelihood, to force overtime. And he has got it. So barring something crazy on the kickoff, we're looking at an extra period to decide this one. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Rodgers to throw to Dobbs, and he hauls it in. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Slot man moves right. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen? Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Now Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 24 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact. And give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Now Balaj. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 10 more there and another first down. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Balaj with
will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
He'll try again. Yeah, this time he'll get down close to the goal line, but not quite in as he stopped at the 1-yard line.
And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here. That's their second and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. Another chance to maybe end it right here. This is 3rd and goal. Now receiver in motion left. Here's a run with Balaj. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. And now 4th down. What do you do?
And after being stuffed on that play, it puts a little doubt in the minds of a head coach who has the football, I'm sure. Do we go for it here? Do we take the 3 points and continue to play on? Because you know he wants to get in the end zone. That ends the game. But I've been on the defensive side before. They've got to be energized right now and almost challenging them to go for it because they've got to be confident.
Here we go on 4th down. Fields.
Oh, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 30. 10. And into the end zone. It's a pick-6 and a Packer touchdown.
A couple more minutes and maybe the outcome of this